Hey Steve, how you doing? Um, so in this screencast, what I wanted to talk about is how to add events, manage events, edit events, how to keep this calendar up to date. And it's pretty straightforward. So what you see is if you go to this calendar link, um, is lots of the blue events again are the class meetings, and are the green events are sort of outside events, are outside of the class. They're events outside of the class. And so let's first create a new event. We create a new event by clicking on this link, Create New Event, which you can see underneath the calendar item. When you do that, you get the Create New Event screen. And it's pretty easy, pretty obvious what to do here. This is the title that shows up in the calendar. Let's just call this Performance. And then you just add a little bit of a description. Okay, then the next thing you want to do is add a date, and it defaults, this from date is it defaults to today, and that's required. You can tell it's required because it has this little red star next to it. And so let's just enter a date. We'll make this one in a week, 17th. And then you can set the time. And the way you do that is just type in the number here. If you want two numbers, just type it in. Then move to the next field. Just click on the move to move to the next field. You have to click on it. I think you can use the right arrow or the left arrow too. And so we're just going to turn this 30 a.m. To change AM or PM, just press A or P. All right, and if you want to say a time when this is going to end, you could do that too. For example, this one, say we'll end at 12:30 p.m. But that's not required. You don't have to do that at all. Okay, then you can click Save and you can see the event again and you can see some details. We can also go back to the calendar and we can see the event there. Another thing you might notice, is if you create a new blog entry, or when the students create a new blog entry, this event will show up in their list. So they can put it for that, they can sort of tab it for that one. And when you search for blog entries, you'll also see that in the new list there too. So let's go back to the calendar and let's edit that. Let's maybe make it maybe you want to add something, meet at the Honors College Lounge. And let's make it an hour earlier. It's going to start an hour earlier. And now when we look at this, and you click on this event, you can see the details. You can see that those details are reflected in it here. One last thing is if we actually go in here, let's say this is a class meeting instead of something that's outside the class. You can just change that here. And again, click Save. One of the things you'll notice here now is that when we go to the images, this will be listed in the images as well. So it's linked in with that. So all of these things, the images and the blog, are all linked in with the calendar in that way. And so it's really important that we keep the calendar up to date. So let's say this is no longer happening. What we do is, again, click on it. Now we click on the edit button here. We go down to the bottom of the page and just click on the delete button. It asks if you're sure. And yes, we're sure. And we now look. It's no longer in the calendar. And it's no longer in the list here of classes, or in the list of events for the blog. So that's pretty much how you keep up, how you maintain the calendar. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or drop me an email. I hope this was helpful.